see what happens.
I wonder if it make you like put in a stream key and then it would add it as a source for you.
Just let them push it and see what happens.
Yeah, I pushed it. We'll see what happens. Yeah. It's going.
Is it really?
Yeah, because you're seeing comments from his stream.
They're coming in. They're gonna come.
Let's go. He said it's 8:20 a.m. My man, we've been on air for 2.5 hours.
Yeah. We're gonna open this thing up.
All right.
It might have a whole new stream of fans to your show.
Yeah.
So this is going to be a completely positive thing, right? No negative because of all the things that are going on.
Hey, don't read the comments, man. They get kind of crazy.
Why would it be like I made all the comments? Maybe, possibly.
No, maybe.
You can talk about the peekaboo pass.
The peekaboo pass is funny. That's funny. Yeah, they come.
Every Bond movie in the song. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Rob Brown Show on your radio. It is the Fan Upstate. It is Thursday. It is 8:20 in the morning, and that means it is time to talk to the secret agent himself, Rashad Beard, host of the Panther Nation podcast, joining us here on the show. Shad, what's up, big fella?
What's going on, guys? Happy to be here, and I got to give a quick shout out to my YouTube family that came in. I appreciate y'all for dropping in on us.
Look, Rashad figured out.
My favorite is, this is a radio show? Yeah, I don't know.
Rashad
I don't know, man.
Found out as we went live that he could share our stream to the Panther Nation podcast channel. And now the PNP Nation is in the building. So what's up to everybody that we are being introduced to? Rashad brought the peeps out this AM.
Yeah, got an army, man. They always follow me, man. I appreciate them.
I love it. Rashad Beard, host of the Panther Nation podcast, which you can find on Twitter at Panther Nation PC. You can also find them, and where you should find them, on YouTube by searching and subscribing to the Panther Nation podcast. Rashad, you are awfully quiet for it being game day, fella.
Yeah, it's game day. Happy game day, everybody. Yeah, we, it is what it is, man. It is what it is.
So we talked about this earlier. Let me give you my existential take. I told Lonzo earlier, there is no such thing as a must-win game. I saw somebody earlier today call this a must-win game. There's no more must-win games for Carolina. This is a really tough thing for a fan to accept, but there are no more must-win games. There are now only must-get-better games, and it starts tonight against another rookie quarterback in Tyson Bagent.
Yeah, and listen, it's hard to get excited for this game. Both teams are not very good. And the players that will be playing, you got the Bears rookie starter, and then so no Justin Fields. The entire defense of the Carolina Panthers is depleted. So it's really difficult to get excited about this game. But with that said, this is a game. If you look at it, they have our pick, right? This is where you got to man up, right? This is about pride. You got to play with some pride here. They have our pick. And I'm sure Tepper's watching, man. He's watching this situation. And listen, we got to show up. I mean, no matter who's playing any given Sunday or Thursday in this matter, we got to show up, and you got to play with some pride at this point. And hopefully, we come out there. We don't have anything to lose. No need to be playing conservative. No need to, hey, let it all hang out, man. Just let it fly. Do what you got to do. Not must win, but for in the eyes of Panther Nation, we got to see something. We got to see something because it's not pretty. Last week was one of the worst games I've ever seen from the Carolina Panthers, and we got to get better.
So talk to me a little bit about that, because you got win number one against Houston a couple of weeks ago. I mean, it want anything to fly the flag about, but hey, a dub's a dub at this point in the season. And then it's like the team regressed. Like I read all the articles, Lonzo pointed out like BY regressed. And I agree he did. But to me, everybody out there, the coaching regressed, the offensive line regressed, the defense regressed, like everybody.
Yeah, but one person stood out above everyone else.
Stop it. The whole team regressed as a whole. And I pointed out earlier that we have created this culture in the NFL where we like to hang all the credit and all the blame on one dude, on a quarterback. But, man, the whole team looked worse last week than they probably did at any point earlier in the season, and that brings everybody down.
Yeah, and it's easy to obviously 3 picks. You know, Bryce is going to get, and he didn't look great. Let's be clear on that. I'm not saying that he looked great. However, when you have less than a second to throw the football, there's some problems with the offensive line, and to not mention that and just to throw it all on Bryce is not accurate, and we shouldn't do that. We shouldn't do that. We got to be responsible here with our criticisms about Bryce, because again, like I said, he deserves some criticism for sure, but it's not all on him. We can't run the football. The weapons aren't getting. There are no weapons. The offensive line. Can we come up here and say the same things every week about the offense? It's the same exact things every single week. And something's got to change, right? And I don't think, we talk about Thomas Brown and him calling the plays, right? I didn't see anything different. You go back in the first couple of games, it's the same stuff. It's the exact same thing. So there's a lot of blame to go around. And I think, I got to be honest, man, Schefter put out something, talking about heads are going to start rolling, and Tepper's getting impatient. Listen, Tepper just got rid of the Charlotte FC coach, right? So listen, Tepper.
You think that was a warning shot? You think that was a little bit?
I think listen, Tepper is not playing. I think it might have been a little warning shot. I'll be honest. I'm not the biggest conspiracy theorist, but you got to connect the dots here. And I think it is a bit of a warning shot to Rankin Company. We got to do something, because it's unsatisfactory to be presented with this amazing coaching staff and all this stuff. And that's literally the worst part of this team is the coaching staff. I mean, it's not good. It's not good.
All right, I've asked this many times, and I always get it thrown at me like, stop it. I don't think Frank Reich makes it through the season. Do you still think – I'm asking Rob and I'm asking Rashad, do you think Frank Reich makes it through the season?
I got to be honest. If the way things – if it stays like this and we don't get at least 5 victories, I don't see him making it through this. And I didn't feel like that prior to the season starting. But the way things are going, I don't see any progression. Things are getting worse. I don't see him making it through the season.
And see, Junior on stream – Charlotte FC made the playoffs too, and he got rid of the
exactly.
guy.
Yeah.
Still got canned.
Yeah, 100%. Like I said, I absolutely think that might have been a little wink, wink, nudge, nudge in the way of the Panthers coaching staff. Now, I've said for a while, like, you brought Frank Reich in because this year was always about progression. Like, yeah, I thought you'd pick up 4, 5, 6 wins down the stretch because the division is a dumpster fire inside of a bigger dumpster fire. But the problem is, in a year that I said was about progression and development, we're not seeing progression and development. I don't care if you don't win another game. If every week, I said this earlier this morning, Rashad, if every game I can come in here and watch game film and say, okay, this week we got better here, and this week we got better here, and here's some numbers that prove we got better, then I go, I don't care if we don't win another game, but I can't say that right now. And that's the biggest problem, especially because we've seen this with a bunch of rookie quarterbacks. The longer you keep trotting a guy out there with a team that's not getting better around him, the more you risk that guy never having the opportunity to be good.
Yeah, Bryce is damaged, bro. Like, when you have less than a second to throw the football at times, of course your head's going to be on swivel. You're going to make some errant throws because you're rushed. He's rushing through everything. And listen, we're doing more damage than good with Bryce. And at the end of the day, like, I'm almost to the point where, man, you might need to sit him to save him from himself. Like, it's getting to that point.
Lonzo said earlier in the show, he's like, look, if you feel that way, and I do, right? Like, yes, Bryce took a step back, but it's hard not to when the other 10 dudes out there take a step back, and you're going tonight without DJ Chark, without Laviska Shenault. Like, your injury list right now is a mash unit. Lonzo said, would you sit BY and play Andy Dalton tonight to save him from that? And I was like, honestly, I don't think that sounds like the worst idea, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I think it's a great. I don't think they'll do it. But it's unfortunate to see him get thrashed every single game, and he doesn't look great. And again, when you see, and going to Lonzo's point, when you look across the way, you see CJ Stroud throwing 450, looking great. It doesn't help. It really does not help in the eyes of Panther Nation. And just a quick point, going back to your point about the South being a dumpster fire, right? We are the ember to that. Like, we are the reason why, a good portion of the reason to why the South is so bad. So I don't see us competing too much down the stretch either, to be honest.
The only reason why you wouldn't sit Bryce is if you were worried about him mentally being able to handle the fact of thinking that he was benched. And from everything we're told, he could handle that. So I think you got to set him down for his own protection, because you don't want to see what happened last week become every single week. I mean, yeah, they're losing, but last week was bad, and you don't want to see. And you could get worse. He could absolutely get worse.
He could. And Zoe, for once, we agree, man. Look at that.
I would say at least 83.5%. We usually agree. Yeah.
I'm
Rashad Beard of the Panther Nation podcast here on the Rob Brown Show and the Fan Upstate. Rashad bringing in the entire PNP Army this AM. You love to see it.
They need to stop with the Jim Harbaugh thing, because it's just because I'm wearing an Ohio State jersey, I think, or maybe you really want Harbaugh.
Honestly, at this point, would you say no? If I said right now Harbaugh's going to get suspended for a year and he comes back to the league, I'll give you a straight up trade Jim Harbaugh for Frank Reich. You taking it?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, man. I got to be honest. I got to look at that one.
All right, let's talk a little bit about this game tonight. You're coming up against the Chicago Bears team that is also very bad. Justin Fields out with a busted up thumb. They're going to run Tyson Bagent, who, by the way, last week was running everywhere on the New Orleans Saints. And the Saints have a good defense, the most opportunistic turnover defense in the league. And this dude was running up and down the field. You don't have Brian Burns tonight to kind of slow that down a little bit. We'll talk about the offense without Shenault and Chark and these other dudes in a minute. But defensively, this game feels like it's massively important, Rashad Beard. And it also feels like if you let a 5th-round draft pick come out and show you up tonight, somehow the attitude gets even worse.
Yeah, and to be honest, the defense has been, considering the circumstances, all the injuries that we've dealt with, that's the bright spot of this team. And unfortunately, no Brian Burns means that you're going to trot out a DJ Johnson, who has not looked good rushing the passer. It's great against the run, but rushing the passer has not been great. No Justin Houston, so you might get Marquise Haynes Sr. back. That's a bit of a positive. He adds some speed off the edge. But yeah, it's across the board. No CJ Henderson. So now I don't know who's playing opposite of Dante Jackson.
I checked my phone. Fitty didn't call me to see if I wanted in yet.
Yeah, exactly, man. I've been training. You might throw me in there, but hopefully we get Von Bell back. So I think the defense will do enough. I don't think the Bears are going to go crazy on us, but it's going to be tough without Brian Burns for sure, and we need guys to step up.
Talk to me about the offense, because we mentioned the injury list right now offensively is bad. We know that DJ Chark is doubtful for the night. We know Shenault is already out for the night. Stephen Sullivan is out for the night. It's kind of one of the spots, like on one hand, this feels like a game that you want the offense to come out and just do something to prove that last week was really the worst we're going to see. On the flip side, 2 of your 3 starting wide receivers are down. One of your more productive tight ends is down. Dude, I don't feel great, man. I just don't.
Yeah. No, I don't either. And listen, the Bears have had 10 sacks on the season. 10 sacks on the entire season, right? Imagine what's going to happen tonight. I think they're going to have a great game. They're probably going to have like 3 or 4 sacks. We won't be able to slow them down. And the weapons, you like to see a guy like Terrace Marshall have a great game. But I'm not convinced, man. I think it all starts on the ground. If we can get the ground game going, I think things will open up for Bryce. But until that has yet to happen all season. So I don't expect that to happen either. I have no faith in this offense, honestly. I don't. And again, against the Bears defense is not very good. You would think last week was the time we got the train back on the tracks, especially when the Colts, their secondary was trash. Look at what they did. Three interceptions, probably the best game they've had all year. So again, I don't expect this offense to do much. I got very low expectations. Surprise me. Let's hope they surprise me, but low expectations, bro.
50 plays, 48 of them got to be runs tonight. Honestly, like you got to wear the tread off the tires tonight.
Yeah, that's the game plan. Take the ball out of Bryce's hands, set up the run. Miles had a great game, a decent game last week. You know, Chuba's had been playing well. Get the run game going, and Bryce will get in where he fits in.
Get in where you fit in. Rashad Beard, host of the Panther Nation podcast, joins us every Thursday morning at 8:20 in the a.m. And now he can bring in the whole PNP army to hang out with us. Appreciate you, big dog. We'll see you next week, man.
All right, guys. You have a good one.
You got it. Rashad Beard. And to those of you that are joining us on the stream, you're welcome to stick around. The Rob Brown Show rolls on. We got Emily Adams talking Gamecock football. When we come back here in just a minute, the final hour of the show, it's all up to you. A lot of NFL talk, a lot of college football talk. It's all coming up next on the Rob Brown Show and the Fan Upstate. Man, those of y'all from the PNP Army, I appreciate y'all coming by to talk with us with Rashad. Like I said, every Thursday morning at 8:20, he comes and talks Carolina Panther football. We love having Rashad on. And for those of y'all who want to hang around, like I said, man, you're welcome to. You can follow me on Twitter at The Rob Brown Show, at Lonzo on Word, and our station is at The Fan Upstate. Obviously, we cover Carolina. We'll be broadcasting that game tonight at thefanupstate.com or on your Alexa or Google or whatever the hell you listen to it on. But, yeah, man, we talk Panthers, we talk Tigers, we talk Hornets, we talk Hurricanes. If you're one of those 19 people in the Carolinas that care about hockey, we got it all. Marcus, appreciate that, man. Great to have you, buddy. Appreciate y'all coming by. Bold prediction, DJ Johnson has 2 sacks tonight. Bears going to have 4. Man, if they double, I mean, they end up with 4 or 5 sacks tonight. Not that the discussions about the offensive line weren't already terrible, but it'll get worse. It'll get worse quick. Talk more Carolina hockey. We do need to talk some Hurricane hockey because they got a couple of guys banged up. That's a problem.